I know this is the third video, man. I did not think. Good morning, y'all, but I did not think it could get worse, man. I did not think it could get worse. So basically, the person that cracked her cousin, she dropped the response video, and I know the gist, but I don't know everything. Cause I was on TikTok laying down, and I'm not gonna spoil it, but just know I know a little bit of the premise of the video. She kind of pulled out her ult, she 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 went for the insta kill. I don't think it's gonna work in this situation, but if I'm Kenneth, I'm taking her to court. I would take her to court, but um yeah, you already know it's the video by my boy uh Navli, the goat, my the homie. I mean, shit, I don't know, but yeah, bro. You get no better, and then Kenneth dropped the response after this. All this happened while niggas was asleep. So yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, subscribe to Novelly. Let's get into it.
He would yell at me when I cried, and he would gaslit me until I believed.
Oh yeah, that's the only part I wanted to say something on. Her grammar sucks. He would yell at me and would gaslit me. He would gaslight me. Holy fuck.
I was the problem. There were 2 or 3 times where my ex would approach me unprovoked and put me in a chokehold against the wall, and I would tell him to stop because I was scared.
What are bruises?
And he wouldn't. That I wasn't disowned by anybody, and I still have a great relationship with my mother. This was a fallacious rumor that was started by code against the wall, and I would tell him to stop because I was scared, and he wouldn't. That I wasn't disowned by.
Yeah. Nah, that's Friday. The allegations dropped around Tuesday. No, that says Friday, bro. That says Friday. I think the allegations today's Wednesday, so I think the allegations dropped like Saturday. They dev dropped after Friday. I'm pretty sure.
Anybody, and I still have a great relationship with my mother.
Nah, that's W moms. W moms, bro. W moms. But I mean,
this was a fallacious rumor that was started by someone that I thought was a friend, and it's completely untrue.
Like, I just don't know what I'm doing anymore, bro. I'm losing my mind, bro. Like, I just need to listen, bro. Like,
want to make it clear from the beginning, this is all alleged.
oh my fault, my fault. It's too early for that, bro. It's too early. So I was shooting shots with my young bull last night, and I just opened the app, nigga. What? Just open Instagram. I ain't gonna lie, y'all mind if I make a PB&J?
Alleged throughout this entire video. Recently, it seems like K Vertez, the one who was getting exposed all over the internet by her ex-boyfriend, has finally responded to every allegation. Well, saying responded would be the wrong word, but she dropped a video talking about the stuff that's going on, showing certain receipts, claiming SA at certain points, and even saying that there were lies made up about her on the internet and that she is now in a worse mental place. Unfortunately for her, it seems like before I could even get out a video just dedicated to everything she said, people on Twitter are exposing multiple lies that she made, which we'll also dive into. But I don't want to yap too much, so why don't we just start from the very beginning? Who even is K Vertez, and how do we get here in the first place?
Say my truth and share my story on the things that have been released on the internet and the things that have happened to me. First and foremost, I want to start off by taking full accountability for what I did. I want to start off by apologizing to the person that I hurt the most in this situation, which was my ex. I want to say sorry to my supporters that I disappointed. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of, and I have to own up to them.
No,
To my ex, I'm so sorry for hurting you, and I'm sorry that I did not take your feelings into consideration when I did what I did.
No, you're
In case you've just been under a rock for these past couple of days, that right there is K Vertex, a pretty popular streamer who ended up blowing up after going to SU and doing multiple.
This summer, I'm done guessing about my routine. This is it. Here's what I'm eating from Factor. Full week of hitting my protein goals with real meals. Not powders, not protein bars.
What type of peanut? Hey, what type of peanut butter y'all like? We got crunchy.
Different collabs with other very big.
Bro, I hate when my computer does this, bro. I need a new computer. I'm gonna buy one eventually. Let me get the jelly real quick. Hey, do y'all warm y'all bread up? Do y'all warm y'all bread up?
And well-known streamers. Her boyfriend named Kenneth recently dropped a video exposing a bunch of things about her, which I'm not going to deep dive into because I already have 2 other videos breaking down most of the allegations. The big thing being though, she cheated on him with her cousin. After all of these things came out, she went dark on everything, deactivating her Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, basically taking down every bit of her presence on the internet until most recently where she came out and talked about some crazy allegations that she has on him, which include SA. So if you're sensitive to any of those topics, and I'm only saying this like 2 minutes in, I would bow out now because we're going to dive into a lot of the things that were said.
I have to own up to what I did, and I have to take accountability for my actions. And in doing that, I've come to realize that I need help for myself and for all my loved ones around me. I know I've done wrong, and I'm taking time away to seek professional help in order to correct my mistakes, reflect on what I've done, and become a better person. But I would still like to come on here to share my story because regardless, I've done wrong and I did not have to go down that route, and I deeply regret it. But there's more to my story, and there's a lot of lies and misinformation being spread about me in order to farm more hate and negativity towards my name. And I would like to clear up a lot of things. First, I want to address the note that was released online. I did not have any involvement in creating it or writing it in any way. It was only shared to me. And I also want to make this very clear. I did not have any with anybody outside of my relationship. There was a rumor going around that I was cheating my entire relationship.
She said she didn't have intercourse with anybody outside of her relationship. But dang, I put it on there for too long. I mean, the bread's not too hard. My fault, I'm off topic, but she said she didn't have intercourse with anybody outside her relationship. I mean, so is she basically saying she never had sex with her cousin? But like at the same time though, you can only deflect so hard. Like even if you never got penetrated by your cousin, you still had the thought to, and you still wanted to. Just because you didn't doesn't mean nothing. It does. It mean it didn't happen physically, but you had a whole bucket list of stuff you wanted him to do to you. You wanted him to nut on your face. You wanted to have sex tapes. I think you wanted him to spit in your mouth. Like even if it didn't happen, the fact you were comfortable at even expressing that is still bad. But
and I've been doing this for months, which is completely false because this is only a recent incident that had occurred. I'm not trying to make anything I've done sound any better, but I think it's important that I share my truth because of the insane amount of lies that are being spread about me on the internet.
Now, if you wanted to call this an apology video, I would call you a liar. This video on her page is titled My Truth, so it's not like it's being stated as if it's an apology, but she doesn't really address or talk about most of the allegations outside of this note app in specific, along with apparently not doing anything intimate with said cousin in this situation because it was a recent incident and not something that was old. Now, a reason I said that this would not be an apology is because that's really all that she addresses in this entire video. There's no real deep dive into what Kenneth specifically said, any text messages, nothing like that. And even when she talks about this not being a recent thing, a bunch of people on the internet are...
So she just came... She came to be like, yeah, my bad, but this is what happened to me though. Like she came to throw mustard on niggas' jackets, came to step on niggas' forces and shit.
Detectives, and she has talked about having feelings or feeling a certain way towards her cousin for a while now, which has been said on her stream multiple times.
But back when I was like, I don't even know the age, to be honest. I was young. I was just hitting puberty. Me and my cousin,
L story, yep, get
we
to
kind of had a thing. We kind of had a thing going. But like, it was kind of one-sided though. It was more so me. But like, I remember like, I had a big crush on this nigga because we were best friends. And at the time, being best friends with a guy when I'm just hitting puberty and like my hormones are a little bit like peaking, you know what I'm saying? I kind of associated him with that.
Completely off topic. I don't think she should be able to say the N-word. I know. I don't. I don't think she should be able to say it. You might be like, just because she cracked her cousin? No. I'm just saying. What race is she? I feel it. You know what, bro? I'm tripping.
I like my cousin. We same age, and I dream about her. And yo, this is really a common thing. Like, yo, y'all niggas was really getting on me with the cousin story I just gave y'all earlier. And mind you, I was really just stepping on the surface of it. I didn't tell y'all niggas the full spiel because y'all niggas already judgmental. But this is really a common thing, though. Liking your cousin is really a common thing, though.
You're nasty.
It's really a common thing.
Obviously, she doesn't give any details when talking about anything from these resurfaced clips, but saying that this is a recent thing would be a lie. We don't know if it's his exact cousin, but acting like these things aren't correlating in some way would be crazy for me not to do. Now, again, she talks about not doing anything explicit with said cousin or anybody else outside of the relationship. I can't confirm or deny that, but those are certain things that people have brought up when even deep diving into the beginnings of her response. And again, that was supposed to be the apology portion. Now we're at the allegation portion, and the things that she's accusing Kenneth and other parties of is pretty wild.
Firstly, I want to clear up that I wasn't disowned by anybody, and I still have a great relationship with my mother. This was a fallacious rumor that was started by someone that I thought was a friend and is completely untrue. My family does not agree with the choices that I made, but they're standing beside me as I continue to get help and work to better myself. I also want to talk about a stream that my ex was on where he alleged that I did not want to publicly claim him and I wanted to hide our relationship from the internet. But in reality, in the first year of us being together, we actually had a popular couple page. And the real reason on why I wanted to go private was because at the time, I had a lot of people actively telling me to leave him because it was toxic. I also want to make it clear that any cousin, the reason on why I wanted to go private was because
this not gonna be one-sided. We're gonna look at everything. We're gonna read everything. Let me just get a little organized over here. Okay.
At the time, I had a lot of people actively telling me to leave him.
I would often discuss his toxic choice words
because it was toxic. I also want to make it clear that any cousin or stepbrother or any content like that we made together was his idea and he convinced me to do it.
Please go inside and sleep it off, okay? Eat and go to sleep. Tomorrow is a brand new day. I'm going to sleep, okay? Before you go to sleep, day good, night, 9K, and we talk in the morning, okay? I want you to come to Miami. Together, we will make it through, okay? I love you. Good night. I gotta get some sleep. These are text messages that were sent from her mom. Obviously, you know the reason as to why she is showing these. She claimed that an ex-friend in specific was saying that she is not cool with her parents anymore. And it's not even like it was just the streamer, but it was other people that were apparently close to her that were corroborating this.
All right, watch this. Hear that? That's my wallet. So this is what most wallets still look like. Thick, over.
Exact same story.
Well, Imagine already told you on my chat, her entire family cut her off. Everyone except for her cousin. So the only person who's letting her stay somewhere is... I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not lying, though. I'm not lying. I'm not making that up. That's where she is and she's safe. Yeah, Dose, I promise you I know so much more than you, gang. Are you lying? Do you want me to play the voice memos for you, gang? I have voice memos from her mom. I have so much that y'all haven't even known. I swear on my mom's life. I have so much that I can't show the streams. I'll probably get sued. Gang, I know so much more than you, bro. It's not even funny. She's not allowed to stay in her mom's house.
Her parents knew about it. Like, her parents got informed about this whole situation. Her parents were like, and as of right now, I'm gonna just say it in very like surface terms. They were not on good terms with her. They're currently not on good terms with her.
It's not like it was just one person saying this, it was another person as well, an ex-best friend along with a cameraman and someone who helped her create content. People that were apparently close to her have text message proof and apparently even have calls showing that this is true. Now, obviously none of that got showed on streams, or at least I would be showing you. So for right now, it's just he said, she said. But another thing that she also claimed in this small portion was the TikToks that were getting made, which were pretty viral, of them pretending to be cousins. I obviously didn't show them in any of my videos, but there were certain TikToks where Kenneth and Kat would make jokes saying that they were each other's cousins and do some explicit things to get viral clips off. While she claims that it was all his idea, when he was on Black Boy Max's stream, he was saying the exact opposite thing, that she wanted this and actually asked him to do it.
And you manifested this, you know that, right? Did you see the TikTok? Why was you pretending to be her cousin?
Do you think that was my idea? Okay. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. It's
that was her idea?
It's like a weird situation because like she never really wanted to like claim me as a boyfriend on the internet. So like we would just agree that like we could like call each other everything else but boyfriend and girlfriend. So that's why we would like do sister or cousin. But like honestly, like I agreed because like I don't know. I don't agree.
So y'all was dating for 2.5 years and she didn't want it to be known y'all was dating. Why?
Like honestly, she said several explanations, but like to this day I still think about them because they never really make sense. But I just accepted it for her. Like,
can you give her most popular one? Like just one of them?
She just didn't want to be known as Kenneth's girlfriend. That's what she said.
She wanted to be known that.
Wait, low-key, it might also be the fact that like her fan base is like just dudes. So I don't think she wanted to like put our relationship on the internet because her fan base was like dudes, maybe.
This is getting more and more interesting. Okay, we got to lock in. Okay, so okay, I'm following what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm understanding. Okay, what I don't understand is y'all was dating for 2 years. She didn't want it to be clean, but y'all was kissing on it. Y'all was kissing and shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't make sense to me either, bro. I don't understand.
And her choice for what you could be was her cousin. The nigga she was actually fucking.
It switched from cousin to sister, bro. I don't know, bro.
So again, with the stuff that she is saying here, it's not like she provided said channel. It's not like she showed any real proof that that was the case. Text messages, nothing like that. Neither did he when he was on Black Boy Max's stream. So it's just he said, she said in this instance as well. A lot of these things in the beginning are just a bunch of he said, she said with not very much proof, at least for the stuff that she is refuting when it comes to the notes app, when it comes to the family contact, and when it comes to a lot of stuff in the beginning. And it's not like she's finished there either, because she name drops a specific streamer, that being Snowcone, who made allegations saying that she admitted herself into a mental facility along with some other streamers who said the same thing. And the reason that they brought that up was because they were saying she is going to use that as an excuse to bypass the entire cousin situation that happened with Kenneth. And she addresses all of that, saying that not only are they lying, but that she would not fake anything with her mental health, because that is terrible.
The next thing I want to address is a very serious topic. It is my belief that in any form should be taken serious and never lightly. While I understand the streaming business and the need to say crazy things in order to get clips and impressions, the thought that somebody's personal struggle can be used by anybody for jokes and views is disgusting and cruel. While I've been off the net, it was brought to my attention that the streamer Snowcone made up a false rumor that I admitted myself into facility in order to get attention from my ex. I was involuntarily admitted into facility because I was considered a threat to myself. It was a terrible facility in order to get attention from my ex. I was involuntarily admitted into facility because I was considered a
Oh, you didn't blow it out at the end. Casalina.
threat to myself. It was a terrible experience and one I would never wish on myself or anybody else. I want to say to Snow Cone that while I understand I'm not perfect and I've done wrong, regardless of the mistakes that a person makes, that doesn't give you or anybody else the right to belittle, lie, and create false allegations about somebody's mental health. Throughout all of this, you've lied and made up rumors about me in order to hate farm me and get attention. Even though you don't care, I want to let you know that the rumors you created have garnered me more threats and have made my mental battle that much harder. And that hurts from someone I considered a close friend.
Now, I don't know how I would be able to check to see if she admitted herself, if someone called, or if anything that happened with this entire mental situation is true or not. But if you've seen anything from these videos or seen anything that has been said about her, you can definitely tell she has real mental issues. Now, because there's no reason as to why someone who's thinking mentally or in an actual good headspace would do anything explicit or talk about any explicit things with their cousin. But because she specifically name dropped somebody in this situation, that being Snow Cone, she actually has a response on Twitter that she gave to her because a bunch of people were sending her hate after Kat had said this. So I'm gonna just state 3 things: that I never made anything up about this girl. Everything I stated came from voice memos or phone calls directly from her that we were told we would get sued if we shared. That's it. I never lied at all. She's making up a completely false narrative to farm sympathy from viewers. This isn't the first time she's made up complete false narratives to farm sympathy, and I want to be left completely out of it. I have done nothing but tell the truth and want nothing to do with her. I'm leaving the rest up to Kenneth to expose. Leave me the fuck out of this. I've moved on. That's it. I don't care about hate farming her or viewers. Why do you think I never posted any of the clips from this shit on any of my socials? I told nothing but the truth and no longer care about the situation at all. Leave me out of it. Kenneth will be dropping another video to debunk all the cap, and I'm done with the situation. Don't involve me in it at all.
This is the story that she posted. I don't know if y'all seen this, but it was basically saying where I've been at. She basically posted her being in the hospital, mental facility type thing. She posted another story. She was like, this was after she got out. After she got out the hospital, she was like, after 5 days of imprisonment, I've finally been released from the facility. They treat you like an animal and take away your freedom to do anything. I'm finally free. She completely disregarded what she was doing. Completely. She called me up. Mind you, she called me up. She was like, oh, I'm so excited to be streaming again after this whole me breaking up with Kenneth situation happened. Guess what she said that she was going to talk about on stream? Oh, I'm going to talk about how I was depressed. I was admitted to the mental facility, and on stream, I'm just gonna talk about how the United States, the system is just so fucked, and they treat you like an animal. They take away your freedom to do anything. They don't let you live. They just overcharge you, even though you're depressed. They don't help you. And I was like, my nigga, what about the cousin fucking thing, bro? What about, are you fucking your cousin? How are you gonna tell people? How are you gonna tell your mods, bro? She was like, I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm not even gonna mention it. I'm just gonna stream like nothing ever happened. I was like, all right, bro. She didn't even learn her lesson, bro. She doesn't even care. She doesn't even want to like talk about what happened.
That video you just saw right there was from a VOD of one of her ex-cameramen who was actually close with her, friends with her, and even showed text, other things to prove that he was cool with her, explaining that before she even made this video and came out, when she was apparently talking to him, she said that she was going to do this exact same thing. And right now we're watching it happen unfold in front of our eyes. So even though she is saying in her video that they are lying, they are talking bad about her, and that she is not making any of this up, well, I do believe she is mentally ill in certain ways. I would take it as a possibility that she would actually do something like this, especially since the people that have spoken on this and said these things talked about it well before her video came out and already apparently were in talks with her before she dropped this. So I wanted to put that all on the table to prove a pattern of continuous lying or just certain manipulations of what could be the truth before we dive into the big allegations in this video, that being a parent SA between her and Kenneth.
Me and my ex were involved in a toxic and abusive relationship. When I was in love with him, I was blind to the harmful behavior and that was going on. Our relationship was built on unhealthy emotional attachment, and I stayed because it was all that I knew. He was my first boyfriend, he was my first everything, and I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21. There's two sides to every story, and our relationship was unhealthy on both ends. We had a lot of arguments throughout our relationship, which was normal, but what wasn't normal was the verbal, mental, and physical abuse that he subjected me to. He put me through a lot in the past 2.5 years of us being together. He even forced himself on me at one point. My ex dealt with a lot of anger issues, and he would often use me as an outlet. For example, he would punch things, he would rip wires in the heat of conflicts. He would yell at me when I cried, and he would gaslit me until I believed I was the problem. There were 2 or 3 times where my ex would approach me unprovoked and put me in a chokehold against the wall, and I would tell him to stop because I was scared, and he wouldn't. The next thing I'm about to say are serious allegations that I know men often get falsely accused of, but at the end of the day, all I can do is come on here, tell my truth, tell my story, whether you want to believe it or not. There was a time where me and my ex were drinking, and he forced himself onto me. And it hurt, and I cried, and I begged him to stop.
Ooh.
Get exclusive Mortal Kombat 2 wallpapers for your PC.
But he never did.
SA is very serious, and accusing somebody of SA is a very serious thing as well. Especially with her platform as big as it is, people are not going to take these allegations lightly. They're going to take them very seriously and take it to the farthest extent possible. And as I try to remain as biased as possible in this video, showing y'all both sides and even clips that y'all might not have seen, I cannot talk about SA allegations in complete truths. I wasn't there, you weren't there, him and her were there, and I can only provide y'all with proof and have y'all come to your own conclusion on how y'all are feeling about the situation with everything I've shown y'all before this point and everything I'm gonna show y'all after, from a video she's about to show, along with text messages and apparent letters that I'm going to read.
At the time of my essay, he was very rough on me, which resulted in me getting a cut on my insides. Luckily, I was able to take video footage of the blood on the scene and a graphic photo of the damage that resulted.
Woo. Woo. Nah, I'm no lawyer, but like I don't think that's enough because that blood can be from anything. I mean, and they can't even like test it. It looks like a blood clot though, so I don't think that's enough. Like you gotta show like I'm not saying show it on YouTube, but like even well I don't know if she don't got evidence of it, but you gotta show like the area, like
All this formed a trauma bond with my ex, which made it hard for me to leave and left me in a cycle of half-hearted apologies that I continue to accept. This was a memory of mine that was heavily repressed because I didn't know how to process it at the time, and I was very oblivious to what a healthy relationship was supposed to look like. After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail, I left. Here's proof of my ex admitting to his anger issues and admitting to the that led to the fallout of our relationship.
I'm gonna read y'all some of the text messages and
I left. I processed it at the time, and I was very oblivious to what a healthy relationship was supposed to look like. After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail.
alright. So he's the blue, right? Okay. Where do I start? Okay, it says, yeah, man, I passed out last night. Cat, give me a brief overview of why you broke up with. Oh, that's somebody else. Okay. I could tell, but I finished at 3 anyways. He lost a real one because of his problems he was never able to fix. I was putting 100% of myself into the relationship to fix it while he put 50%, so it didn't work. Despite everyone, despite everything, I loved him and believed in him and gave him my trust and all in hopes he would change, but he never will for me because soon after our talk next day, we have an argument where his stubbornness held him back from being mature. It's just proof he will never change, not for me, at least not while in this relationship. He needs to be alone to see that. So I stood up for myself and broke up with him 2 days ago when we argued again. Okay, is it okay? Do it right now. I'm dead ass done putting up with your bullshit and your stubbornness. You are in the wrong for this shit. I'm not putting up with it not having to wait for you to get your sleep because before you want to handle the issue between us two, so please let me know. Right now, I am so generous. Nah, I'm good. You got it. You completely hurt me, and you get to claim you love me, right? He trying to be that nonchalant shit. I think he in the gray. Yeah, yeah. You can get the claim you tried, right? I can forgive you as many times as humanly possible, and you can remain the same man, right? I can go through hell and back and still be the one to repair what we had. Be the one to come back, but I'm one that doesn't care as much, right? I hope you ride ahead. Oh shit! Oh damn! Oh damn! Why did she? You went back after that, but I'm not tripping. But I'm not gonna lie. He, I mean, he tried to do the nonchalant shit. Like nigga tried to do the nonchalant shit, talking about yeah, you got it.
So I
That's
left.
not cool.
Here's proof of my ex admitting
I started shaking when I seen your text. I still am good. You hope I rot in hell. I've been in hell for the past 11 days. I have been experienced hell on earth. Good. I'm just speechless right now. You should be. Yeah, yeah. Talk. Is oh, she dropping seeds, nigga. I was just thinking about you and ranting about you. Is you texting me right now? God work. Nah, the devil.
to his
Ooh,
anger issues
niggas
and
just talking. Hold on. Right now, I feel tarnished and destroyed in life. Like, I ain't gonna lie, this shit, bro. These niggas is weirdos, bro. These niggas is bitch niggas with money, her included. I don't even feel like I deserve to talk to you right now because of what I put you through. I wish after my countless promises that I kept them, and when I said I would do better, I'm not going to talk about the effects or what I've been going through because I'm not trying to manipulate you. Bro, these run-on sentences deep as hell. You to feeling bad for me or possibly twist your mind, but this is how I feel. I'm someone with a great amount of pride and anger issues. In the heat of a disagreement, I hold onto my pride and argue till I die. That's real. That's what I've been told. Well, nah, that's not real. You gotta be a better man than that, nigga. That's what I've been told by many people, just not you. I don't like being wrong, but I think for as many times as would calm that down, yet never did. I'm so fucked for that. I was looking at a picture of you maybe a few days ago with Brittany, and was just asking how could I make such a sweet girl cry. How could I do something so bad to such a lovable woman? These past 11 days full of emotion, and I've seen this video of a guy.
admitting to
God damn! A guy who documented after he broke up, like a daily type thing of how he was doing, and I was thinking of writing out my feelings instead in the notes, but I've been through every single stage of emotions through this. There was an anger when it first happened. I was like, man, whatever, she tripping. And then after anger, it's the sadness, the crying, the wanting to haunt. No, don't ever hurt yourself because of a woman, bro. And if you gonna, nah, don't even talk like that. Don't talk like that, bro. The worst of the worst after that is realization, and that's why I started realizing how bad of a boyfriend I was, and I telling myself if I could go back in time, what would I change? And I was able to list so many things that I would do differently to ensure I never lost you. After realization, there's loneliness. You realize she's probably really gone and living life, and you're here dying. Nigga, you got bread, nigga. Like, what do you? I'm not saying bread is the end all be all of happiness, but still at the same time, bro. If it's toxic, you should leave. And there's so much worse stuff in the world right now, and you crying over a bitch. I seen something that said the girls grieve and get over it quicker than guys because the guys are stubborn. And to be honest, I don't know if that's true, but as time went on, it hit more and more. It's day 11 and I'm here up at 2 a.m. thinking about you. First of all, nigga, man up a little bit, boy. Come on, boy. Get some hair, get some hair in your shit, nigga. I'm not saying a bitch ain't made me cry before, but like I got voice memos like, you know what? It's not the time and place, but still, nigga. No, nigga. No.
Led to the fallout of
God damn, it just said 2 out of 3. What do you mean 3 out of 4? I ain't gonna lie, boy. I'm messing with y'all now. Let me give me some sips real quick. Cheers. You were everywhere in my phone, social media, but mostly you were in my head and it started to kill me. What happened. I felt so bad about what I did and how my stubbornness led to this. How I could have done such a simple task and we would have still been on the road to recovery. We were at our last straws and I didn't need to add to that, but by being stubborn after saying I will do better and fix this. I had a dream about you, just watching you from a distance. You were shining, glowing like the sun, doing you and prospering, and I believe no matter how close I tried to get, I couldn't reach you. And immediately when I woke up, I started punching my bed like, why is this my reality? I feel like shit. I feel so miserable in my life. I don't have joy in anything I do anymore. I'm not happy anymore, and to be honest, I was telling Brittany I'd rather die than continue living this for the rest of my life. Seeing your text made me shake and almost tearing up because of how much I've been missing you. Hey, Kenneth, you're a bitch. This nigga's a bitch, bro. How you gonna say you got pride, but then when it actually happened, now you a bitch? No, I'm just saying. I'm not, like, when I'm calling him a bitch, I'm just saying, like, there's nothing wrong with being, because you ain't think these text messages were gonna come out, so you're being vulnerable. But at the same time, bro, it seems like you're playing the suicide card that girls play when something doesn't go their way. Oh, I've been shaking. I'ma hurt myself, bro. You're a grown man, nigga. Miserable about what, nigga? Come on, bro.
of our relationship.
I'm gonna read y'all some of the text messages and some of the letters, at least the most important ones, but it's still gonna be a pretty long segment, so it'll probably be timestamped in case you either want to skip it or just read them on your own. Right now, I feel absolutely tarnished and destroyed in life. I don't even feel like I deserve to talk to you right now because of what I put you through. I wish after my countless promises that I kept them and fix us.
The headlines about Jackson and his company are damning. Sued for trafficking and racketeering, $30 million in unpaid taxes, caught hiring illegals over Americans, and Medicare fraud. Everything Jackson has told us has been a lie.
This is Retta. We're here in Venice Beach with Skull Candy. Holy shit, this is kind of crazy.
I still have the letters that he wrote for me where he confessed to the wrongdoings.
To that by being stubborn after saying I will do better and fix us.
I still have the letters that he wrote for me where he
I always tried to hit you with no, let's not break up, let's continue fighting, I would change or other empty lies. The truth is you did the right thing. You were strong enough to see the man you once loved has become uncontrollable. What the fuck?
Confess to the wrongdoings that he put me through in our relationship. I also have a screenshot of a 20-minute confession where he confessed to his wrongdoings and he made it for me in order to convince me to continue being in a relationship with him. I tried to re-access the link in order to showcase the video for you guys today, but it was sent by him and it was privated by him, so I no longer have access to it.
I always try to hit you with no, let's not break up, let's continue fighting, I will change, or other empty lies. The truth is, you did the right thing. You were strong enough to see the man you once loved has become uncontrollable, and I have gone into a spiral of destruction. I was constantly raising my voice, acting erratic, and mentally abusing you. I did not understand your decision until the decision hit me. I became a stranger, someone who you did not know from the start, and you breaking up with me helped me realize that I need to work on myself. I am not working on myself for the sake of a relationship, but for me. I have problems that can hinder my growth in many areas of life, and if I do not get that sorted now, I will only grow worse. I am very thankful that you showed me who I am. I am deeply sorry for all the pain and trauma I caused you during our relationship due to my anger, yelling, and psychological distress. I vow that I will never ever put you through such pain again. The time we have spent apart has been incredibly eye-opening for me. I have spent countless hours reflecting on my actions and the hurt that they have caused you. It has made me realize how profoundly I have wronged you, and it has driven me to make lasting changes in my behavior and my life. I have been actively working on my anger issues and pride seeking help.
Confession.
So hold on. Your boyfriend was writing you full letters,
Me through
and they're using. Hold on.
our relationship. I also
Wait
have
for
this-
it. He's putting dashes. He's putting dashes right here.
Yeah.
Nobody type.
That is true. Oh, hold on. Niggas is like y'all give me see. I'm not that really. I'm not analysis of that. Nah, that is true. Niggas double dash like you be seeing. That's a good. Wait, that's actually smart. No, cause think about it. He's just seeing how he texts. They both have horrible grammar. They both need to go back to fucking school. They cannot fucking talk or text, right? Horrible grammar. But I mean, it's a text message, but still, she can't talk, right? But yeah, if he's texting like that. Oh, he used ChatGPT because
And dashes. No.
it has her name in it though. So he used ChatGPT.
But he's writing pages on pages on pages like this.
Yeah, he chat.
Come on, he using ChatGPT. This could be from anything.
Yeah.
After all this abuse,
You're just filming the ground.
Yeah, you're filming just.
I don't know what I'm looking at. Oh my god, bro. You know what's crazy? It's like dodging. So what's up with the cousin? She hasn't even addressed the cousin.
Yeah, she didn't.
I wanted to show another person's reaction to a lot of the stuff that has been shown in her video, which is Nizzy. If you've never heard of him, you should definitely go look him up and support him. But I wanted to show y'all a reaction that people are having online. Not just a video format, but if you go on Twitter or any place where they are sharing her video, people are saying the exact same thing. She is either lying, if you look at past videos, these aren't true, or various other things outside of actually supporting her. They see the evidence that she is providing, like the videos, the text messages, as not real evidence, and apparently claim that they could either be out of context or the letters right there were written by ChatGPT. A lot of people just aren't taking her response as a whole very seriously.
My ex often tried to use money as a way to avoid responsibility for his shortcomings. I'm very grateful for everything my ex bought for me. However, I don't appreciate insisting that I was freeloading off of him when everything he ever did was his choice. And I don't believe a relationship should just be reduced to a list of expenses either. Monetary value does not disregard toxic behaviors. After all of these gestures, I took my ex back in February of 2025. And in March of that year, after leaving him from the airport, I was set into a spiral of losing myself and wanting to seek therapy. Here's the video I recorded after leaving my ex.
Like, I just don't know what I'm doing anymore, but like, I feel like...
I got one challenge for you. Try Whisper Flow once. One time. And I promise you'll understand why.
I feel like I'm losing my mind, though. Like, I just need to listen and get help from other people in my life, or maybe therapy. Like, I think like a lot of stuff has been going on like in my life. Like, I need to stop pretending that I'm sorry, this is so non-descriptive, but I just kind of want to pour everything out because I'm breaking point in my life right now. But it's not your problem at all. At all. But yeah, I need help in that sense. I need to listen and grow and do better.
Now, if you haven't seen Kenneth's video where he talks about the amount of money he spent on her and the things that he bought for her, he only brought those things up because he was talking about the things he had did for her as a means to show how much she was disrespecting him and didn't actually care for how he felt. Being in the house that he paid for and paid for the flights for you to get to, and using that as a way to talk to your cousin, or even going to the movies and using that as a way to flirt more with your cousin, saying that y'all need to do these things. Basically disregarding how he feels and using the wealth that he has generated as a way to fund what you and your cousin should do in the future. That's the reason that he had brought it up. In this video right here of her being mentally hurt, I would believe is true. Breakups or any type of arguments in a relationship do leave you in that state. And I do think mental health should be taken a lot more seriously, but she is not addressing any of the real allegations. Throughout this entire video, she hasn't really addressed anything or said anything about her and the cousin situation at all. And it's not like she continues to do that, because later on she just begins to talk about her mental health and even coming back to streaming to focus and help people with their mental health as well.
Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression. It's a battle that I've been unknowingly fighting for the past 2 years. I was in denial and blamed it on a lot of other things in my life without fully understanding myself. Mental health is so stigmatized to where a lot of people, including me, do not get the help that they need when they need it, and it can often lead to self-destruction. Throughout the past few weeks, I've attempted to multiple times, and the only reason I'm here right now is because I failed. During this fight, I stopped eating, I stopped sleeping, and I struggled to take care of my well-being. I felt helpless, and every day I would struggle with finding a reason to continue to live. I often felt like the world would be a better place without me. The surgery that I was admitted to was an abrasive environment that only made me regress more. In my time there, I met a lot of people that were in worse positions than me, and I learned a lot about the unfair and inhumane treatment that these people receive. And from my experience there and my own personal journey, I've been very motivated to advocate for better resources and more attention given to these people to assist them in getting the proper help that they need. I understand that my actions have consequences, and I also understand how the internet works. So I knew the hate was inevitable, and I have no problem with facing that. However, I do want to remind you guys that I am still a human being, and I don't think anyone deserves the immense cyberbullying and the non-stop threats that I've received in the past few days. I do believe that bringing all of this to the internet in the way my ex did was completely wrong and invasive. It felt like a breach in our privacy.
I do think mental health is very important, and genuinely, if you have seen anything that this girl has done online, seen any of the messages, or even seen any videos talking about it, you can tell that she is very mentally ill to be doing the things that she did with her cousin. And I do believe that she needs help and needs to seek help in some way. But a lot of people online have reservations for the way that she is using her mental health in a way as a scapegoat, saying that bringing it up in this context and talking about it in the way that she is just as a means to use it to push aside the blame that she supposedly has after not really addressing the situation, and use it as more of a scapegoat so that people feel bad for her instead of hating on what she has been doing. And again, throughout all of these videos, I don't feel like it's a reason to hate on her or to talk about her not being on this planet anymore. That's definitely disrespectful and unnecessary, but it makes it very odd when you go after talking about your mental health and the things that you have been going through, bringing up the fact that you are not only coming back, but you are coming back as an advocate in a way to support other people who are going through the same thing.
I know a lot of people don't believe I deserve the platform that I have and don't think I should come back to the internet at all. I understand. What I did is undoable, it's terrible, and I can't tell you enough how much I regret it. However, I do want to come back. I do want to be able to use my platform to raise awareness for mental health, because I know there's a lot of people out there who are just like me, who are struggling and they don't even know it. I will be back to streaming.
Don't care about that. Let's talk about these emails, and we're gonna get to Kenneth. Let's talk about these emails. Let's talk about these emails. Let's see what these emails are. Action! I want to hear about these.
I'm in my 40s and won't put up with unrealistic diets anymore. I need something that's easy and tastes good. Factor made Mediterranean eating actually doable for me.
Hey, Catalina. My name is blurred out and I work in brand strategy, public relations, and crisis management. I recently became aware of the situation surrounding the allegations and the resulting public discussion online. While I understand this is likely an overwhelming and stressful moment, I want to reach out because I believe there is still a clear path to protecting both your reputation and your long-term career. One of the first things that stood out to me was the decision to delete your social media accounts. While that reaction is understandable given the volume of attention and criticism, it often creates an unintended narrative vacuum in the absence of communication. Audiences frequently fill in the blanks themselves, and many interpret silence or disappearance as a confirmation rather than strategy. The reality is the public perception is rarely shaped by a single event. It is shaped by how the event is handled afterwards. My approach will focus on three priorities: stabilizing the narrative. Rather than allowing speculation to dominate the conversation, we would establish a controlled communication strategy that prevents further escalation and limits misinformation. Reputation prevention. The goal is not simply responding to the current controversies, but protecting future opportunities, partnerships, and audience trust. Every public action from this point forward should support a long-term recovery plan. Strategic reintroduction. Whether through a statement, content strategy, media management, or audience engagement plan, the objective would be to rebuild credibility over time rather than react emotionally to short-term criticism. With just a reply from her apparently saying, "Hello, I'm interested." Now, this is probably the weakest evidence that I'll show in the entire video because there's no way to show she actually replied to the email. It's from somebody random on Twitter, but I thought I'd show it because a lot of people online are spreading this around. And based on the said online reception, again, people are not on her side. People were saying this is one of the worst apologies they've seen, and that she is not bringing any real evidence to the scene. And what sucks about that is Kenneth has already shown that he is going to drop another video online, posting on his IG story, and even being in certain people's Twitch chats saying that he is dropping crazy evidence soon and will.
Nah, I gotta see it. Hold on, where is it? Here it is, addressing the allegations.
Catalina, there's no way out of this one. I'm sorry, but you're done. You're finished. So apparently Kat has dropped a video titled My Truth. But honestly, Kat has dropped a video titled My Truth, but the whole video's fucking lies. So how the fuck does that work? I'm not gonna lie, Kat.
I ain't gonna lie, we gonna be here for 33 minutes. Hey, go get y'all snacks real quick. That what? Nope. That's what I'm doing. Alright, let's get it going. So we got.
You fucked with the wrong one. Nobody, and I mean nobody, will sit here and fucking lie on my fucking name, bro. Hell nah. Alright, so the demon has dropped the video, My Truth. For whatever fucking reason, it has 2.8 thousand likes. Y'all niggas are sick in the head. Y'all niggas really let yourself get manipulated by this demon, bro. By this fucking demon. Let's get into it.
Hello everyone, I am here to say my truth and share my story on the things that have been released on the internet and the things that have happened to me. First and foremost, I want to start off by taking full accountability for what I did. I want to start off by apologizing to the person that I hurt the most in this situation, which was my ex. I want to say sorry to my supporters that I disappointed. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of, and I have to own up to them. To my ex, I'm so sorry for hurting you, and I'm sorry that I did not take your feelings into consideration when I did what I did. But our relationship was not picture perfect.
All right, I'm sorry for fucking, you know what? I'm sorry for cheating on you with my cousin, but our relationship wasn't perfect, so that's the reason why I did so. I'm sorry for sending my cousin pictures of my ass, titties, and fucking cooch on your living room couch and in your restroom and on my bed, but you know what? Because our relationship wasn't okay, that excuses it. I'm sorry that you had to find my cousin's cock in my camera roll, but you know what? It's okay because our relationship wasn't okay in the first place. And that right there is the work of the reputation saver that you was emailing and your fucking YouTube manager told me about, bruh. He told me that the moment I exposed you, that you was emailing people trying to figure out ways how to come back from this shit, bruh. You was emailing people discussing ways on how to just push the whole cousin freakery aside and just bring something new to light. And it's like, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, you really gonna try to ruin me because you got caught cheating on your cousin. I'm innocent. I didn't do shit. But you know what? I'm gonna watch the video and hear what you gotta say.
As it may seem. I lost myself in our relationship, and I was in a very dark place at the time when I did what I did. I have to own up to what I did. I have to take accountability for my actions. And in doing that, I've come to realize that I need help for myself and for all my loved ones around.
Okay, all right, yeah, we get that.
Help in order to correct my mistakes, reflect on what I've done, and become a better person. But I would still like to come on here to share my story because regardless, I've done wrong and I did not have to go down that route and I deeply regret it. But there's more to my story and there's a lot of lies and misinformation being spread about me in order to farm more hate and negativity towards my name. And I would like to clear up a lot of things. First, I want to address the note that was released online. I did not have any involvement in creating it or writing.
It was a shared note. Bro, on Apple phones, you share a note to somebody, you collaborate on a note. Both people, you have to literally like damn near like accept that shit. Am I tripping? It's a shared note. I went through your notes app and that shit was there. You have a bucket list with your cousin, bro. Like, come on, bro. Some of the stuff that's on there doesn't even make sense if he wrote it from his point of view. The internet is not that stupid.
In any way. It was only shared to me. And I also want to make this very clear. I did not have any sexual intercourse with anybody outside of my relationship. There was a rumor going around that I was cheating my entire relationship and I've been doing this for months, which is completely false.
Hey, first of all, hold on. First of all, there's clips on the internet of you literally admitting, confessing your love for your cousin.
But back when I was like, I don't even know the age to be honest. I was young. I was just hitting puberty. Me and my cousin,
L story yap get
we
to the
kind of
point.
had a thing. We kind of had a thing going. But like it was kind of one-sided though. It was more so me. But like I remember like I had a big crush on this nigga because we were best friends. And at the time, being best friends with a guy when I'm just hitting puberty and like my hormones are a little bit like peaking, you know what I'm saying? I kind of associated him with that.
Literally, like I'm talking about, I don't know how old this clip was, last year, 2 years ago, but we've been dating for 2 years and some change. And you're on stream talking about how you have feelings for your cousins. You found him attractive when I was younger. You don't know if it was your hormones taking over. But now the fact that you cheated on me with your cousin, this means that every single time you told me that you left to go hang out with your family, that you left to Kentucky to go stream at this fucking, the biggest world fucking roller coaster in the world, that you was with your cousin. Because I mean, I have proof of that too. Like you was in the hotel room with your cousin. You kept on telling me you was going on these trips. You went to Puerto Rico with your cousin. You went everywhere with your cousin. And it's like, bruh, like, But you only cheated on me recently, right? This only happened last month, right? Okay, but you know, I guess you just get to excuse that. I guess I don't know. Like, I don't know if this is like manipulation, top tier rage bait or what. But okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep on listening to what you got to say. All right.
False, because this is only a recent incident that had occurred. I'm not trying to make anything I've done sound any better, but I think it's important that I share my truth because of the insane amount of lies that are being spread about me on the internet. Firstly, I want to clear up that I wasn't disowned by anybody, and I still have a great relationship with my mother. This was a fallacious rumor that was started by someone that I thought was a friend and is completely untrue. My family does not agree with the choices that I made, but they're standing beside me as I continue to get help and work to better myself. I also want to talk about
when you have everything you need to start strong.
First of all, even though I'm in the right 100% for leaving you and talking about how I feel because you cheated on me with your cousin, you know, your parents were literally calling me and threatening me to delete that video because I don't know, they were threatening me with so much stuff that was just so uncalled for, and I don't know, it just seems like they're more biased to you than what's actually going on. Like I think the fact that you're making this video right now, and I don't know, man. Let me just keep watching the video, bro.
Extreme that my ex was on, where he alleged that I did not want to publicly claim him and I wanted to hide our relationship from the internet. But in reality, in the first year of us being together, we actually had a popular couple page. And the real reason on why I wanted to go private was because at the time, I had a lot of people actively telling me to leave him.
Bro. Like, it's honestly crazy how much, like, bro, I've never been in a situation like this, but bro, girls are really like manipulators, bro. And I wish I had iCloud Pro or iCloud Plus, bro, because I'm scrolling through my phone trying to bring.
Understand what we're talking about, but like, we got more important things to talk about. This nigga on Marketplace sold the Honda Civic I was gonna try to get. I'm not even in the mood no more.
Bring the proof. This girl literally would make excuses not to post me because her fucking fan base was majority guys. She kept on telling me that she had a lot of mods that would gift her subs and she would use them, bruh. She would literally use y'all, bruh. She would literally take y'all money and fucking make, I don't know what type of operation she had going on, but bro, she didn't want to post me because of all her male fans. She didn't want to talk about me. I ain't gonna lie, we broke up like 5+ times in our whole relationship, and 99.9% of the times we broke up, she ran to the internet to talk about the breakup, to talk about whatever happened, and it's just so weird, bro. But the moment I do, when you actually do something insane, like cheated on me with your cousin, I'm the bad guy. Like, I'm the bad guy.
Because it was toxic. I also want to make it clear that any cousin or stepbrother or any content like that we made together was his idea and he convinced me to do it.
Say wallahi! Yo, hey, like I said, bro, she did not want the internet to know that she had a boyfriend because it would make her lose followers. She kept on telling me that, and I wish I had screenshots from when, bro. I don't know what's going on my iCloud. I'm trying to get messages from like early 2024 to 23, but I can't, bro. But I promise y'all, she would not want to post me. You could go on her page. She never had videos of me. It was always me, bro. I literally kept on telling her, why don't you post me? Why don't you post me? And she confessed this one time saying, my followers are majority males. They would unfollow me. I would lose all my followers, etc., etc., etc. She's sick in the head, bro.
Next thing I want to address is a very serious topic. It is my belief that suicide in any form should be taken serious and never lightly. While I understand the streaming business and the need to say crazy things in order to get clicks and impressions, the thought that somebody's personal struggle with suicide can be used by anybody for jokes and views is disgusting and cruel. While I've been off the net, it was brought to my attention that the streamer Snowcone made up a false rumor that I admitted myself into a suicide facility in order to get attention from my ex. I was involuntarily admitted into a suicide facility because
all right, so first of all, this was like 5 days before I posted my video, and basically what happened was she kept on blowing up my phone, spamming my phone, no caller ID, text messages, calling my friends, and kept on saying, can I get back with you? Can we please work this out? I'm going insane. I'm going to, manipulation words to get me to fucking give her attention, because I was trying my hardest to just move forward in life. I caught her cheating. I'm trying to move forward, but she's blowing up my phone, trying to just get my attention, saying she's gonna do this. Even when she was going to the hospital, she was like, I'm leaving. And then she was calling me in the hospital, bruh. And I talked to her parents. Her parents said that she only had like 3 calls or whatever. she kept on spamming me on the hospital phone, bro. Like, bro.
I was considered a threat to myself. It was a terrible experience and one I would never wish on myself.
And then the moment she got out, she literally posted it on the internet. That's a personal thing that nobody had to know. But because you want to go ahead and post it on the internet, you want to gain sympathy. Before, it's like you almost knew that I was going to expose you for cheating on me with your cousin. Because why are you going to the internet about you being in a facility? If you're really trying to like fix your head and get yourself right, why are you trying to sympathy farm online by posting yourself in the facility talking about, for the past couple of days, I just came out because I tried to do this and that. Like, bro, that's sympathy farming. That's not something that needs to be on the internet. And I don't know what else to say, bro.
Or anybody else. I want to say to Snow Cone that while I understand I'm not perfect and I've done wrong, regardless of the mistakes that a person makes, that doesn't give you or anybody else the right to belittle, lie, and create false allegations about somebody's mental health. Throughout all of this, you've lied and made up rumors about me in order to hate farm me and get attention. Even though you don't care, I want to let you know that the rumors you created have garnered me more death threats and have made my mental battle that much harder. And that hurts from someone I considered a close friend. Me and my ex were involved in a toxic and abusive relationship.
New Game Plus, is that sniffing good?
Wow.
Hey, did you know you might get a big cash payout if you were in a car accident up to 1 year ago? Even if you weren't driving. Just click the link around this video to see how much you can get. Just answer 5.
Toxic and abusive. Toxic and abusive. This is what they always fucking do. You see how the shift went from, I'm sorry for sending my cousin nudes. I'm sorry that you had to walk in on me showing my bare ass and my bare ass cheeks to my cousin on FaceTime. To me and my ex had a very toxic relationship and it was very abusive. But you know what? Let's see what I did. Let's see how abusive I was, right? Okay, let's see.
When I was in love with him, I was blind to the harmful behavior and abuse that was going on. Our relationship was built on unhealthy emotional attachment, and I stayed because it was all that I knew. He was my first boyfriend. He was my first everything.
You stayed because that's all you... Bro, there were so many times where I tried to get away from you. But literally, at TwitchCon, bro, I was in LA with my boys, bro, and you was literally calling me, telling me that you was finna, you know, and then like, bro, like, I don't know, like, bro, I get soft around that. I get soft with that shit because like, bro, I don't want to be responsible. I care about you. I don't want to see you do that to yourself. But when you're calling me, spamming me, saying you're gonna do that, bro, keep in mind, TwitchCon was in San Diego. I was in LA. She started saying she was gonna do that stuff, saying how sad she was. This was like when we broke up or whatever, back in like TwitchCon last year. And then I drove all the way from LA to San Diego because she kept on threatening to do that to herself. And then, bro, it's just a mess, bro. Like, I have tried to leave several times. Yes, this was a toxic relationship, but stop trying to put the blame on me. You did what you did, and now you're trying to change the narrative to make it seem like I was a toxic, abusive boyfriend. Like, how can you do that right now, bro?
And I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21. There's two sides to every story.
I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21. First of all, you was a freshman in college, and I just turned 21, and I was literally a junior in college, okay? Now, I don't even know why that, like you try to make it seem like I was, like, no, I did not mess with you before you were 18. I messed with you after. Once you were in college, bro, like, what's going on right now? Like, you're trying so hard to make me look weird and to shift the focus, but bro, stop it, bro. It's not gonna work, bro.
And our relationship was unhealthy on both ends. And since he decided to bring my wrongdoings onto the internet, I believe it is only fair that I bring attention to the things that he has done to me because my ex was never a saint like he paints himself out to be. We had a lot of arguments throughout our relationship, which was normal, but what wasn't normal was the verbal, mental, and physical abuse that he subjected me to.
Hey, by the way, y'all notice how she's reading a script, right? Like, can y'all, like, I wish I could just zoom in on her eyes, these soulless, evil eyes, and just see the fucking script on her PC screen, bro. This is sickening, bro. Like, these niggas really emailed her talking about, we gonna save you. All you gotta do is sign your soul away. Her soul is gone, bro. She's reading off a script they orchestrated a whole story to bring me down. It's sick.
He put me through a lot in the past 2.5 years of us being together. He even forced himself on me at one point.
Say wallahi. Yo, hold on.
My ex dealt with a lot of anger issues, and he would often use me as...
Okay, no. First of all, I've never forced myself on her. I've never forced myself on her. I've never put my hands on her. I've never done any of the sort, my nigga. First of all, this girl was literally, like, I don't know what's the word, like, over sexual or, like, overly freaky. But, bro, she literally would force me to drink. I've never drank or smoked in my life until I met this girl. I have African parents and I don't fuck with that shit. I remember there was a time, she even forced me to get my matching tattoo. There was a time, I think it was at the tattoo shop or whatever. I was on a double date. It was me, her, and 2 girls. They were gay or whatever. And bro, she was getting on me because I told her I did not want to smoke and drink, bro. She was literally in the hallway crashing out on me because I did not want to smoke and drink. This girl was a bad influence, always trying to force me to smoke and drink every fucking time she seen me, bro. Because she didn't know how to do anything, process or have fun without that shit, bro. Like, I just don't fuck with that shit. I don't fuck with smoking or drinking, but, you know, I just thought, you know, she's my ex or whatever. At the time, she was my girl, whatever. I was like, you know what, bro? Fuck it, bro. She wants to do it, then fuck it, bro. I'm gonna do it with her. But I never did that shit just to do it, bro. I don't fuck with that shit.
An outlet. For example, he would punch things, he would rip wires in the heat of conflicts. He would yell at me when I cried.
I would punch things, my nigga. I've never punched shit. What are you talking about, bro? And yes, I ain't gonna lie, early back in the day, I did have like slight anger issues or whatever, but I would never touch her. I would never put my hands on her. But yes, this is already on the internet. Like, every single time we break up, she goes to the internet and talked about this shit. Like, she's talked about this already. So why is she bringing this up again to make me look bad? Like, we're not forgetting the fucking bucket list, bro. We're not forgetting how you fucking cheated on me with your cousin. But whatever, keep going.
He gaslit me until I believed I was the problem. There were 2 or 3 times where my ex would approach me unprovoked and put me in a chokehold against the wall. And
put you in a chokehold? Like, you're making me seem like I'm the fucking like I'm a fucking devil. Put you in a chokehold. Does that, yo, like, anybody that knows me in real life, does that even sound like something I would do? You're telling me I would walk up to you and just fucking put you in a chokehold? What type of shit is that, bro? Like, nigga, I've never heard you say that shit ever. Like, where's the proof, bro? Like, how are you saying this with a straight face? This gotta be a script.
Scared, and he wouldn't. The next thing I'm about to say are serious allegations that I know men often get falsely accused of.
Falsely accused. So, you're about to falsely accuse me like every other girl does to niggas, bro. Let's see what you got to say.
But at the end of the day, all I can do is come on here, tell my truth, tell my story, whether you want to believe it or not. There was a time where me and my ex were drinking, and he forced himself onto me.
Every single time we drank, she forced me to drink. Every single time we drank, she forced me to drink. She would always say, I want to see you blackout drunk. I want to see you drunk. I want you to just get loose and do whatever. But that's not the point. Because I've never forced myself onto you. Never. Every single time we did something, we had consent. You know why? You know why? Because you're the overly sexual one. I'm a nonchalant ass nigga. I be chilling in my own world. And I think that's what made you mad. I think that's what made you think I don't like you, because I'm not always trying to fuck. I'm not always trying to have sex because I believe there's more to just sex, bro. You're always, every single day. Like, bro, when we were long distance, we was literally cracking every single day, 2 times a day. In the moment I told her I don't want to do it, I can't do it, she would gaslight me, say I don't love her. She would start crying. She would just force me, bruh. Like, bro. And then when she moved over here, obviously I see her every single day, so it's impossible to do that shit every single day. And I think that's what got in her head. And that's when she started saying stuff like, I thought you didn't like me no more. I thought you never touched me no more. And that's when I guess she cheated on me with her cousin. But I don't know. Like, that's just what she wants y'all to believe, bro. But I don't.
And it hurt, and I cried, and I begged him to stop, but he never did. At the time,
like, come on, bro. Are you dead ass? You begged me to stop and I never, bro, come on, bro.
He was very rough on me, which resulted in me getting a cut on my insides. Luckily, I was able to take video footage.
Y'all seen how she just looked at the script?
Luckily, I was able to take video footage of the blood on the scene and a graphic photo of the damage that resulted.
Graphic photo.
Let me see this. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Blessed blood. Looks like blood. What Gara say? My blood.
I didn't think that Factor could help me reach my protein goals. Boy, was I wrong. Free high protein breakfast for a year?
Okay. So, Saturday, July 13th, okay? 2 days before your birthday. There's blood on the floor, right? There's no way out of this one. Tell me why July 18th, the same year, by the way, a couple days after your birthday, there's blood on the sheets and on the pillows. You know why? Because you're a freak and you always wanted me to crack. Always. Even when you was on, your period, that time of the month. You thought if I didn't do it, I would think of you as disgusting. I didn't love you. So you know what? That's when I explored that and we started doing that. And I always had consent because that's what
Whoa, hold on. Wait, what does it look like?
There's no way out of this one. Okay.
Yeah. yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's what I was saying. Hold on. I know I've been kind of just coasting along in the video, but this is one of my expertise as someone that has had intercourse with the late ladies on their well, only happened twice. Don't think I'm a serial like period cracker, but yeah, like that's what I'm saying. It normally if you crack a girl on her period, it's gonna be blood clots. It's gonna be a clot, so it's gonna be like a fat ass lump of blood. It's not just gonna be like a just ooze out. It's gonna be like a clump. So, nah, Kenneth, talk that shit, Kenneth. Talk that shit, Kenneth. As someone that's somewhat, as someone that has been in this, knows what you're talking about. It's wild. But yeah, nah, definitely. That's a blood clot. That's a blood clot. For sure. Let's get right back into the video. But no, he sold that cigarette.
So, Saturday, July 13th, okay? 2 days before your birthday. There's blood on the floor, right? There's no way out of this one. Tell me why July 18th, the same year, by the way, a couple days after your birthday, there's blood on the sheets and on the pillows. You know why? Because you're a freak and you always wanted me to crack. Always. Even when you was on, your period. That time of the month. You thought if I didn't do it.
Nigga, yo. Nigga said, coming, baby, don't bleed everywhere. I'm bleeding everywhere. You still better dig me down. Bloody and all. I ain't do all this work for nothing. I will. Hey, my brother just another me.
I would think of you as disgusting. I didn't love you. So you know what? That's when I always, even when you was on, your period, that time of the month, you thought if I didn't do it, I would think of you as disgusting. I didn't love you. So you know what? That's when I explored that and we started doing that. And I always had consent because that's what you wanted. You liked doing vampire sex. So what's on the floor is not the results of me doing that to you. That's just consent and what we had going on. I would never force myself onto you. I always had consent. I had proof from you. You always expressed how you wanted to do it during that time of month. And we did. The proof is in the pudding, bro. So you're telling me July 13th, you're telling me what, like fucking, cause this is a hotel, by the way. The sheets get changed. Shit gets clean. So you're telling me 13 to 18, 5 days later, I did it again. I did it again to you. I did the same exact thing I did on the 13th, on the 18th again to you. But aside from that, we broke up tons of times and she always ran to the internet. Why, if this really happened, why was this never a talking point in every single time you streamed once we broke up? It was always stuff like, oh, he would yell at me. Oh, something about the airport. He left me at the airport. Why was this never a topic? Why, matter of fact, why was this never brought to the police? Why is this only coming to the light now? I bet $100,000 that nobody in the world can say that you told them this. This is false. This is cap. And I know this is what the fucking reputation savers told you to look for. Any proof of fucking violence or SA. Like, you're sick and you're not gonna manipulate these people, bro. You're not gonna do that, bro. Fuck no.
After all this abuse, I formed a trauma bond with my ex, which made it hard for me to leave and left me in a cycle of half-hearted apologies that I continue
Made it hard for you to leave, bro? What?
to accept. This was a memory of mine that was heavily repressed because I didn't know how to process it at the time, and I was very oblivious to what a healthy relationship was supposed to look like. After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail, I left. Here's proof of my ex admitting to his anger issues and admitting to the abuse that led to the fallout of our relationship.
This was like our first breakup, by the way. We have like 4 more where I broke up with her and whatever.
The letters that he wrote for me where he confessed to his abuse and confessed to the wrongdoing.
Tell me you'll never forget that native deodorant has no aluminum.
No matter what.
By the way, this has nothing to do with you cheating on me with your cousin, by the way. This has to do with me trying to get you back after the first time we broke up because I had anger issues. And I agreed that I would yell a lot, but I've never put my hands on you. Never did that. Never.
He put me through in our relationship. I also have a screenshot of a 20-minute confession where he confessed to his wrongdoings, and he made it for me in order to convince me to continue being in a relationship with him. I tried to re-access the link in order to showcase a video for you guys today, but it was sent by him and it was privated by him, so I no longer have access to it. My ex often tried to use money as a way to avoid responsibility for his shortcomings. I'm very grateful for everything my ex bought for me. However, I don't
What, nigga? What? You're the last person, bro, hold on.
appreciate insisting that I was freeloading off of him when everything he ever did was his choice, and I don't
Everything I did was my choice. Everything I did was my choice? Are you fucking dead ass? You know how much money I spent on you and you're saying that was my choice? Bruh, I did everything for you. You got a car that didn't even fucking work. So you know what I did? I helped you take it to the shop and paid for everything. You missed flights that you were supposed to make on time. And because you were stranded at the airport, you know what you did? You called me so I could pay for those flights. But even if you didn't call me to pay for those flights, you had other people paying for you. Your mod manager, his name is X. I don't know who the fuck he is, but I would go to your Cash App and you had thousands sent to you. And meanwhile, I'm working my ass off. You had money on the side coming from this nigga and you just don't even help. You just, I don't know what it went to or what you did with that money, but you just had money coming in from multiple other guys. And I'm guessing that's why you're saying that you didn't even fucking ask me to help you because you had money from other guys. The whole time you was asking me, you asked me to buy you food, you asked me to buy you this, take you there, buy you flights, take you to Universal Studios, $2,000 trip, by the way, pay for everything, flights, everything, but okay. All right.
I believe a relationship should just be reduced to illicit expenses either. Monetary value does not disregard toxic behaviors. After all of these gestures, I took my ex back in February of 2025. And in March of that year, after leaving him from the airport, I was set into a spiral of losing myself and wanting to seek therapy. Here's the video.
Bro, come on. Why are you playing the victim, my nigga? You talked about this on the internet when we broke up 1 year ago, bro. You're really trying so hard to bring up stuff that doesn't even correlate to you cheating on me with your cousin to make me look bad, bro. I see right through this. The internet sees right through this. Bro, if anything, bro, you emailed fucking Crisis and Reputation Saver, bro. It's done, bro. You're done, bro. But whatever. Keep talking.
I just don't know what I'm doing anymore, but I feel like
bro, this doesn't show nothing, bro. Bro, yes, we've broken up many times and you went to the airport, but every single time I would come and bring you back, that's we was toxic. Yes, we had a toxic relationship. The internet already knew that. You brought this to the internet many times. There's clips of you talk about me, lying on me already, bro.
I'm sorry, it's just so non-descriptive, but I just kind of want to put everything out because I'm making point in my life right now, but it's not your problem at all. At all.
I had sent this video to a friend. By the way, she sent this to the guy who sends her every single dollar she had to her name. His name was Etz. He basically was a sugar daddy that she didn't really talk to me about. She would FaceTime him at times. I really wish I knew what they were FaceTiming about. Maybe it was some cousin shit. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of times she would say, this is her friend, but nah, it's Etz. It's her sugar daddy. Because you know why? Because he would often pay for her Ubers, pay for her rebookings if she missed a flight, pay for all of that.
At the end of the day, I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes. I regret everything.
I hate how you're trying to make it seem like you was trapped in here, bro. Come on, bro. I fought demons to leave your ass, bro. I fought fucking demons to leave you, nigga. I was fighting demons, bro. Everybody that knows me knows that you, manipulated me and I was fighting demons. I tried leaving several times, bro. Several times, but each time I tried to leave, it was, Kenneth, please. I'm about to manipulation, bro. It's just bruh.
Everything I did, and I wish I could take it all back. I never wanted to hurt anybody, and I understand how badly I messed up. The only thing I can do from now is take the time to better myself and to heal.
Yeah, so after all that, so yeah, basically I cheated on Kenneth with my cousin. But you know what? He did all of this in the past and some things that I just found out because the Crisis Reputation Saver people told me to lie about. But, after all that, I'm sorry again for cheating with my cousin.
The next and final thing I would like to discuss is my mental health. Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression.
Depression.
What type of depression makes you send news to your cousin? What type of depression makes you lie to me that you're going to stream in Kentucky just to hang out with your cousin? What type of depression does that, bruh? That's not depression. Why do girls always play the I'm depressed? I'm depressed, so I went ahead and spread my legs and took pictures down there to send to my cousin because I'm depressed. In my house, by the way, in the other room, by the way, door is locked. I always wondered why the doors were locked, but you know, it makes sense now. It makes so much sense now.
Everything that has happened, I have come to terms. I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes. I regret everything I did and I wish I could take it all back. I never wanted to hurt anybody and I understand how badly I messed
Not a single tear in those eyes, by the way. And she's reading a script.
up. The only thing I can do from now is take the time to better myself and to heal. The next and final thing I would like to discuss is my mental health. Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression. It's a battle that I've been unknowingly fighting for standing myself. They need when they need it, and it can often lead to self-destruction multiple times. And the only reason I'm here right now is because I felt helpless, and every day I would struggle with finding a reason to continue to live. I often felt like the world would be a better place without me. The suicide facility that I was admitted to, fair and inhumane treatment that these people receive.
Shit crazy, man. These unskillful ass
With sweet
man,
pineapple,
about this.
smoky bacon, and a jalapeno kick.
Like, bro, you really trying to sympathy farm, bro? I'm the victim. God, bro, like, nigga, I'm the victim. Even in the height of the situation, I had a calm voice catching you cheat on me. I didn't put hands on you catching you cheat on me. I didn't do nothing. I told you to leave my house, and that's what you did. Like, I'm not the bad guy, and you're not gonna sit here and put all these false allegations on me and make me seem like I'm the bad guy, bro. Like, it's fucking sick.
And from my experience there and my own personal journey, I've been very motivated to advocate for better resources and more attention given to these people to assist them in getting the proper help that they need. I understand that my actions have consequences, and I also understand how the internet works. So I knew the hate was inevitable, and I have no problem with facing that. However, I do want to remind you guys.
By the way, the moment I posted that video, you deleted all your accounts. And days before I posted that video, you started sympathy farming on your Instagram story, posting about how you was in the facility and how the facility treated you so wrong. And then you started texting people saying, yeah, life has been tough. But, you know, you just never really came to terms with what you did, which was cheat on me with your cousin. And I still think even now you believe you're in the right. I still don't think you, like, fathom what you did. Like, I think this was just a way to try to fix your PR, but I just think you dug yourself a bigger grave with this one. You should have just, I don't know.
Guys, that I am still a human being, and I don't think anyone deserves the immense cyberbullying and the non-stop death threats that I've received in the past few days. I do believe that bringing all of this to the internet and the way my ex did was completely wrong. And
every single time we broke up in the past 5 plus times you brought it to the internet. You're the streamer. You literally go on live and tell them everything, every single thing I did. Bro, if you're her mod, bro, come on, bro. Don't even fucking lie, bro. She would speak on everything, bring it to the internet every single time. And I kept my mouth shut. Even when she lied to me, even when she lied on my name, I kept my mouth shut because I just didn't want to bring our personal relationship to the internet. This is the one time I snapped, and it's because I found her cheating on me with her cousin in my house, and I have a valid reason to bring that to the internet, and I don't care what nobody says. If you're in my situation, if the roles were reversed and she caught me cheating and I was doing some shit with my cousin, bro, she would have brought this to the internet instantly to shame me. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Invasive. It felt like a breach in our privacy. I know a lot of people don't believe I deserve the platform that I have and don't think I should come back to the internet at all. I understand. What I did is undoable, it's terrible, and I can't tell you enough how much I regret it. However, I do want to—
You don't bro. You don't regret it, bro. And I don't even think you understand how wrong it is. Cause the way you're texting me, the way you're saying, I'm sorry, but you know what? I could get you into Stream University.
you know, I'll buy you your favorite car and your favorite dog. Like, bro, like this, like you're insane. Like, what did I get myself into, bro? What the fuck did I get myself into, bro? What did I get myself into, bro? Like, why me, bro? I'm just trying to like live my life, move forward in life. Why am I going through this, bro?
Come back. I do want to be able to use my platform to raise awareness for mental health because I know there's a lot of
Nigga, nobody wants to listen to someone who cheated on their boyfriend with their cousin. You're not, bro, what? What are you talking about? Who's gonna want to listen to you? That's incest. That you could go to jail for that.
out there who are just like me, who are struggling and they don't even know it.
Nobody's struggling with fucking keeping their fucking hands to themselves and fucking not texting their cousin in a sexual way. You're the only one struggling with this. Who the fuck else is struggling with this? This is not depression. This is incest. Stop. Yo, people who are actually depressed, I'm sorry, because she's making fun of your fucking disorder. This is not depression.
And I will be back to doing what I love. Because at the end of the day, I want to use my platform to help people. And I do.
You want to use your platform to help people. Okay, to all of those who have cheated on your boyfriends with your cousin, just know it's okay. It happens. Looking at it is like, what, bro? Like, you can't use your platform to help. You cheated on me with your cousin. That's incest. And I just wish we live in a day and age where you fucking, like, bro, like, I have videos of your cousin's meat. I have videos of this down there in your ass. They were in your hidden. They were in your Snapchat camera roll with your cousin. Y'all exchanged nudes tons of times. Y'all, you're not telling me shit, but y'all was in the same hotel room. He was dancing, y'all. He was grabbing on you. Come on now. You're not gonna lie to me.
I believe after I get stronger and I get help, I can do that. To my community and to all my supporters, I'm so sorry I let you guys down. I'm so sorry I disappointed you guys. And if you are still here to support me, thank you. If not, that's okay too. Thank you for your time and thank you for listening.
Like, bro, like, yo, hey, shout out to the fucking PR reputation recovery people.
Damn, my fault. I kind of lost the plot. Damn, man. So whose side we with? I mean, of course we're on Kenneth's side. Of course, I mean, it's kind of crazy, but let's go do it. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'm gonna go back and lay back down and then get up in like an hour. Post this video for y'all. Get y'all on that flip. Shitty boys, dog, shit militia. That's on every song.